coming off a night last night where it seemed like a lot of things went right for you guys in different aspects. Seemed like it was maybe a little bit the opposite today. Just how do you kind of describe today's game?
Yeah, we didn't really do anything well today. That game was reflective of in my opinion, past performances that we feel like we've put behind us, that we need to put behind us as a team. For Morales today, it looked like they were on him early. He shied away from the zone. 6 walks, I think, and a hit batter. Obviously, 13 walks in the game, and this is not reflective of the expectation level of our staff right now. We talk about beating ourselves all the time. Today, we completely beat ourselves.
Imai was also pretty tough on you guys. It seemed like, from your perspective, what made him pretty difficult out there?
I think guys were coming back. The slider has a gyro spin to it. It backs up. It's not a true slider, so the shape is a little bit different. I think guys were not used to. Obviously it's the first time seeing him. He ranged his heater from 91 to above 95, 96. And, sometimes that can be challenging when you haven't seen a guy. He was more in the zone, I think, today than he was in his first start, which made him effective.
Yeah, Morales seems like he's throwing a lot of sweepers and sliders, not that many fastballs, at least not forcing. And the velocity is not like it was last season. Any reasons to be concerned about those facts?
Well, I think the biggest concern is just lack of command and not getting the ball in the zone. The fastball got hit when he did throw it the first 2 innings. You talk about velocity. It might be a tick down in 95 range. There were some 97s that I thought I saw early. So, overall, obviously, when you're not throwing your breaking ball in the zone, your fastball is going to get hit. You've got to be able to keep big league hitters off balance. You've got to have some type of secondary that you can throw in the zone for a strike, land it, and get ahead. He was behind most of the day, and when you're behind against this type of team, these type of hitters that are professional hitters, they're going to make you pay.
Yes, and this is the third outing for Medina. What's your assessment of him, what he has done so far?
He just continues to build. Today, first inning was good. After he gave the homer, I think he, again, reverted back to the old self of the emotional response to giving up a homer. Thus, he walked 2 guys, and we're going to have to grow up and get past that. We're going to have to understand, you're going to give up a home run, get back on the mound, get back in the zone, and continue to pound the zone.
Obviously, today, the first of a few more day games here this year than last year. That high sky in Oakland was obviously always a bit of a factor. Do you anticipate that being a little bit more of a factor for day games here this year?
I haven't talked to Tyler on the ball. Obviously, he did everything he could right up until the last second. Obviously, day games, tough situation, ended up costing us a run, obviously. Not lack of effort. Those plays happen in games. You're looking for your staff to pick you up when that does happen. I thought there were plays at third base we could have made today too. So overall, we'll chalk this one up, move forward. We got a series to win tomorrow.